What's up everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to another pyanodon's episode. In this one, we're going to be doing some stuff and some things. Don't you know it? I have had a few days since the last recording and I don't remember anything, but I know a couple things. I got a new mod. I need to clean up this again. I did the podcast and I don't want that button. I don't need tape line, and I don't need the quick ride menu. All right. Anyway, there is one thing that Factorio does not save. When you save your game and load another game and sync mods with that game, it does not save all of this down here for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, I got a new mod that I expected to have a button down here. And it doesn't, which is surprising. So that means it probably has a hotkey. And that hotkey is Control T, which is already being used. So let's change that to Control O. This is the Train Saver mod. How cool is this? You can just sit here and watch a train buzz around your base like it's a little screensaver. So neat, right? And I think you can use the arrow keys to swap trains. Oh, this is cool. It's basically like an automatic tour of your base. Like if I were to have like a base retrospective, it wouldn't be the worst idea to use this as, you know, although at that point my trains are going to be going like 800 kilometers an hour, so maybe not the best idea. Maybe that's too fast. We'd need to be zoomed out more. What are the settings, I wonder, for Train Saver? But yeah, anyway, I did the podcast. Here it is, zoom. So let's go zoom out a bit further. Let's go to 0.25 for now. Transition speed. Huh. Camera move. Let's try 300. Signal minimum. Stopped at a station to 5. Wow, minimum time in minutes that it remains on a train while it is moving. Let's do like 0.1. Oh man, you can't do decimals here. So 1 is the smallest. Oh, what can I do? 0? What happens if I do 0? Let's see what happens. Scope creep. What does that even mean? I have no idea what that means. AFK auto start. I love that. That's so cool. All right. Control P is not it. Oh, look at this. Uh-oh. I've definitely broken it. Yeah, the 0 minutes thing is not a good idea. That does not work nicely. I guess we need 1. And I think that speed is too slow for the transition. Let's go to like 600. All right, so do that. And maybe this will be better. This feels like an appropriate zoom level for this speed of train. Man, how cool. I'm excited to use this more. It's also nice, like if you leave your base running and come back to your computer, like it'll be doing this automatically. I do wish you could zoom in and out while it was following the trains. Yeah, that transition speed still needs to be faster. It's way too slow. Let's try 1200. Like, I want it to feel like it's moving, but it needs to move fast, you know, because our base is pretty big, and it's only going to get bigger. By the way, for all of you watching, if you don't know, I do a podcast called The Factory Must Grow. And I don't say that to plug the podcast, though I should. Here, I have a podcast. Plug. I say it to actually tell you to go check out Goats with Pants' base. Because I had Goats with Pants on the podcast, and he beat pyanodon's. And he didn't just beat pyanodon's, he beat pyanodon's hard mode. And he didn't just beat pyanodon's hard mode, he beat pyanodon's hard mode with a base style that is absurd. Here, you can see, well, it's not the best picture, but you can sort of see the base here. But it is, this is actually a bad picture because this is probably his starting area, which is more like standard spaghetti. He built his base in a very organic way. He didn't use city blocks, he used highways, and he used bi-directional trains off of the highways, and he used like not classic like things in a big row with lots of empty space. He's like, no, how can I have the least amount of empty space possible is the question he asked himself, and he built his whole base with that kind of ethos in mind, and it is the coolest base I've ever seen. I don't think I'm exaggerating when I say that. Like, I think his base is my favorite Factorio base of all time. Of all Factorio time that I've ever seen and played. I've got, I don't know, 2,800 hours in the game or something by now. And I've been around the community basically since it started. I mean, you know, not quite, but close. And I don't think I've ever seen a base that I like more than Goats' pyanodon's victory base. It is just so freaking cool. So go check that out. If you just want a little album, there's an album in the link of the podcast. And if you want to find the podcast, you can find it on the Krydax Extra channel. And then you could also just go to the pyanodon's Discord, which many of you probably are already in. And there's a thread somewhere in the like base showcase area that has his base, and he's shared a lot of stuff in there. So anyway, I wanted to check on this again to see if it's still working, and it looks like it is. Like when it, because this is what I was curious about, is what if it's not consuming anything? And it seems to be working fine because of the priority input. Like it's not adding new items into the system. It's just using the old ones. So I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It's really weird, but it's fine. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we're gonna work on 10.3, and I don't remember anything about 10.3. I should have written down more. No, let's leave that there and minimize it. And then we've got, I think powdered tin is the starting point. Is that right? Or no? Wait, what do we get something back? Tin concentrate. 10 dust, I guess, is where it all starts. So 10 dust is the starting point, and we output that. Okay. And most of the tailings that come from tin, which is quite a lot, comes from the tin processing stage. You know what I just realized? Then again, tar is a pretty easy thing, but what I was gonna say is, like, this is not the craziest way to make tailings. Like, if I just wanted lots of tailings, I just find a big tin patch, I mine up a bunch of tin, and then I make tailings by doing this process right here, and I burn the rest of the results. That's crazy. That's so much tailings from only 15 tin ore, and like only a few buildings. But we also can just turn tar into tailings now, because we can get tar so easily. What's the? Is it like 250 per 500? No, it's 500 per 500. Yeah, we can just turn tar into tailings, and we get saline water too. So this is such a good recipe. I can make so much stuff with this. This is so strong once you get modules. So, like, saline water is easy to get. Yeah, I'm fine. Anyway, we're gonna make the 10 over here. We're gonna keep using this style. This is a bulk provider. Weird. I don't remember setting this up, and I don't know why I set this up. Are we gonna get trash? I don't think so, because the stone trash comes from before. So we're importing 10 dust. Let's go find 10 dust. Where's it at? Farts. I don't remember. Oh, right. No, I do remember. It's just right here. So then we need to export that. What is this? Antimony grade 4. We're out of? But there's nothing I can do about that, actually. Like, we're maxed out on antimony. Unless I do another antimony build. I don't actually know what I can do. Hold up. Belt upgrade. Let's just hit all this. Let's just make sure we are jamming on all cylinders here. Antimony is going to be fully upgraded. Same with inserters. Uh-oh. I just hit a bunch of mechanical inserters too. It's very possible we don't have power to all of those. We don't. We definitely don't. Those are normal. These are mechanical. Those are normal. Those all seem powered. These seem to be regular yellow inserters. Okay. I'll have to check back in on that. You know what I want? I want a button for task that can change it to a reminder. I want a better task list mod. I want one that has tiering and hierarchy. Like, you know, I can click and drag this underneath another one, and then it would be like a sub task, so I could, you know, oops, I didn't mean to check that off. So I could maximize and minimize kind of thing. And then I also, oh gosh, I have to click, see, and this is another issue, like if you accidentally complete one but then uncomplete it, you gotta manually move it back to the top, one a click at a time. And then I also want a reminder, something where it would basically start a timer in the background that then when it goes off, it would like maybe make a pop-up, maybe just make a notification down here that would then be like, hey, here's this reminder. Because what I want to do is make a reminder right now for 10 minutes from now to check on this and make sure everything's powered and everything. But there's no easy way to do that in Factorio. Unless... What's the... Oops. Just made the game not full screen with Alt-Enter. What's the hotkey to make a map pin? This is Space Age we're playing. I can do map pins, right? I haven't done any. And I might not want to... hold on, I have to Google this. 1 second. Map. Factorio, Space Age. Bookmark? Hotkey. Alt right click. Huh. It's not enabled. Maybe it's a mark. Huh. Maybe it's only enabled in Space Age? I'm actually confused right now, because the only reason I'm confused is because Goats was literally talking about having bookmarks in his pybase. Maybe it's another mod you need to enable bookmarks in a non-space age run. Because you know how we have the enable all feature flags mod to allow us to do like stacking? Maybe you need another mod to turn on the bookmarks. Because right now I was thinking I could make a bookmark to a combinator section and I can add, like basically I can make a timer blueprint. Because I've already got a timer somewhere. Oh, by the way, if anyone wanted the non-big power pole versions of these, I do have them. They're in old stuff. Anyway, here, timer. So, what I'm thinking is we have a little blueprint and then we parameterize this and then we have an alarm that's hooked up to the output. This isn't quite as good, but it's in the ballpark. Whoa, no thanks. Yes. So good. All right. Okay. They play too fast. That's the issue. Okay, so this is so much. This is a Zen Garden moment. We are diving in here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I actually need. I need an arithmetic to modulo the signal. On 120 maybe. So whatever the signal is, it'll be outputting a certain thing. Okay, so then we need, I think I can do this with still just one more decider, because I can output this on red, and then this can be connected on green, and then this can kind of be the, is this gonna work? Maybe. So the red signal is like the when you should play, and the green signal is the if you should play. And then, so does that mean we output the input count on red if the green is greater than a certain amount? Yeah, that should work. And then these can play only once every modulo seconds, once every, we'll say once every 3 seconds. So that'll be 180, and then this will be when it's greater than, or we'll just say when it's equal to 150, and this will be when it's equal to 166. Give it 16 ticks. Why not? So I'm doing something wrong because it should be playing. Oh yeah, they're hooked up to the wrong green. Perfect. Yes, I've made a timer. Okay. So now, I guess this number doesn't matter. So we'll just make that infinite. I believe that's the integer limit. 16-bit. Every 3 seconds is too much. We're gonna go every 5 seconds. And now this is the condition when we basically start allowing it to go off. So from when it's built. So then this number is the parameter. I need it to be different than 300 to start. So then we parameterize this, and I probably should make it smaller. Like this. We'll even throw in a lamp here for good measure. I got 2 empty squares. Is that fixable? Definitely. Wait, no, because that's 9. Yeah, 9 squares, but there's no easy. Yeah, well, we'll ignore the lamp. Because this is a nice 3x3 block here. So then we need to blueprint. Blueprint shift. What? Oh, that's so weird. When you're copying, oh, that's so funny. You shift click to make a real blueprint. When you're blueprinting, it makes a real blueprint, but then you shift click to just copy. Oh, that's so funny. And my brain just like is totally mixing up those two things. That's really interesting. So you can turn blueprint into copy and copy into blueprint depending on what you click. So this is the what do we call it? Reminder to do I call it to do. All right. Parameterize the 350 into a formula seconds. We'll say minutes actually. And it's X, and then the formula. Can I do formula and a variable like this? Like I want the player to say X, but then I want it to put this value to be 3600 times X. Is that right? 3600? If they say 1 minute, then yeah, that should be right. That didn't work at all. It didn't even ask me the parameter. Why did it not ask me the parameter? And where did the blueprint go? Did I delete it? Oh, I did copy, not blueprint. That's the difference. Interesting. Can only be used in formulas below. So how do I have the player enter just a variable that then gets used to make this? Because I need a variable that the player enters. This is kind of annoying. Can I make this a parameter? Because this shouldn't matter. this works. Let's see, is 1800 right? 18,000? I think so. It's counting up way too fast. No, that's not right. It's going up like 300 ticks a second. Oh, this timer is going up by 5. Where did... Oh, the one that parameter's wrong. Okay, okay. So... How do we do this? Yeah, that output one should not be parameterized. I thought it was maybe giving us this one to modify it. Maybe it was. If I change this to 3... Oh, wait, can we still modify it? Even though we want input count R, can that 3 be used as a parameter? The parameterization has too much jank like this for Factorio's quality, in my opinion. No, you can't modify it. Shoot. So I need a dead parameter. Where can I add a dead parameter? I could just add a random... I could add a random output that doesn't matter, I guess. Or I could add a random condition where something equals 0, and it will. Let's just add a random output. And this is going to be the minutes, so we can put the clock signal. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. We'll do the alarm timer, yeah. Okay. And it'll default to 10 minutes. A 10-minute timer. And then we need a message, of course, with the alarm icon. And this is your alarm. Every 5 seconds is still too much. We're going to every 10 seconds. It's annoying because that's going to go off in the middle of me doing something else, and that is going to bother the heck out of me, and the volume's a little too loud. Let's go to like centered on the O there. All right. That's slightly too quiet. M. Perfect. Okay, so now we parameterize this. Oh, you can't parameterize the text. That's so sad. But the 10 is now a parameter, and that is X. And we say minutes. And then that... Because the text is kind of important. That's actually a bummer you can't parameterize it. That's really annoying. I could make this a parameter icon. Maybe I'll do that. That's sad, actually. I don't love that. All right, this is my egg timer. Oh, this is the best thing I've ever made. And if I want an icon, I can do it. Otherwise, I can just hit go. And then that'll just be a timer going off in 10 minutes. And they're set to global. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. I love this. Okay, so now I take that blueprint and I stick it in the pie book somewhere. I don't know if I want it in this one. I think I actually want it... I don't know. I'm actually gonna put it on the hotbar. Okay, now in making the to-do timer, we actually achieved the time of a to-do timer. So is all this working? That's not Antimony. This is Antimony. Not quite. We got some unpowered inserters all over the place, actually. That's not good. Otherwise, everything seems to be working. Okay, sweet. So now we need to do 10. How's power? I haven't checked on power in a while. 7 gigawatts. I would like more renewable power. So let's grow this. This is kind of annoying because I didn't really plan for expanding. So I'm gonna get another one of these going. And then we're just gonna... It's so weird to me that I can just hook this up on both. I don't know if there's ever another building I've been able to do this. This feels completely wrong to me. And yet, it is completely correct. And it's so weird that that is completely correct. It just doesn't feel right. And then this guy can come over and up. And that way. And then this guy is exactly the right speed. That's super annoying. We're gonna have to move all this over one tile. See if there's a nice easy way I could like slightly tile this eventually, but okay. So that's going. That's hooked up. This is hooked up. That should be all we need. And this is good. No, there's still gonna be the delay. The delay is the time that it takes to do one craft, so that won't matter. But now I can add a bunch more of these. How many is that? This is going to be 80, which is the right number. Technically, I think it's supposed to be, what is it? 41, so 82, but... Alright, I just want to see if we can run off of solar power only. There's something very satisfying about that. And then I guess we should increase the solar storage by quite a bit. So we'll do that. Now the pump can go up to 12. Yeah, that'll always be fast enough. I'm not worried about that. Okay. And I guess we need a timer to check on that in 10 minutes. Oh, I love it. I love this. This is so cool. For ADHD people, I recommend it. I highly recommend it. And now I'm not going to forget to check on things. Oh, it makes me so happy. Why is science going so slow, by the way? Is it automatically turning off the afterburners? I think it is. Yeah, we don't have enough automation science. No, I did something wrong. We do have enough automation science. What auto psi is it reading from? It's a red wire. Yeah, I think we just need a few more squares here. Because it's only requesting 65, which means it has at most 45, or at least 45 if the train's arrived, but we're measuring 7,000. So it's actually unrelated. We just need 36 more. What's that put me at? Basically 100 stacks. And then, yeah, we should be good. My merging chest button is in a different spot. That is going to throw me off a lot. Where was it before? I don't know. I think it was up here. So what button has moved things around? Did they just get reordered somehow? Oh no. This is bad. It might have been the milestones button wasn't there. Maybe? I feel like this is closer to what it was. I don't know. It's still not the same. I don't remember. I'd have to look at a past video to see what it was before. Okay, so am I actually going to get anything done towards tin? Only time will tell. Let's output the tin dust. Probably over here. Tin mining is actually not enough. We screwed something up. Gosh, I forgot we built this ages ago. Alright, so we need another source of delicious blue rock. And then those are all steamed up. Here's handle, here's my spout. Okay, is it enough steam? I don't know. Probably not. 120 steam. This claims it needs 140 steam, so no, it's not enough, but whatever. I'm calling it fine. And then the tin dust will get routed to... Probably just need a new provider over here. Yeah. And then this is going to be tin dust. And will we go to 2,000 on that? I think 2,000 is enough, right? Because one train load of tin dust would be about 1,000 of the Helmod units that we were looking at. 1,000 seconds. How many minutes is that? Like 15 minutes? Yeah, that should be enough. We'll go to like 2,500. Goes here. And I'm gonna pre-expand this. We're probably gonna put other metals in here. Okay. So that's cool. Does that all connect? That all connects. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. So now we just need to get a belt out of here somehow. We'll do like this. Okay. And then tin dust is good to just get stolen like so. I am gonna... This will guarantee it's only on one side of the belt, which means we can later grab something else too in the same method. So that should do it. So there's tin dust. What else do we need for this build? We've got the tin dust. We need kerosene, soda ash, biofilm, grease, MIBC, orgsolve, hot air, filtration media. I think I have all this. I need to check on... Actually, I don't have kerosene. Or I do. But I have the low distillates version, which I don't know if I want to use that. That's unfortunate, because this is a priority 10. So, interesting. That means I need... Wait, I just should never make kerosene this way, because it's made from low distillates, and instead I could get 2 times as much heavy oil for the cost of a small amount of gasoline, and then that heavy oil can be made directly into... Oh, it's not quite as much kerosene. It's half as much kerosene. But heavy oil is so easy to get. Heavy oil is so easy to get. Well, I say that, but it's only shale oil, low distillates, and that's pretty much it. There is this oleochem plus sulfuric. Sulfuric's now easy, but oleochems, we still don't have the easy version. So maybe it's not crazy to use a little bit of titanium tetrachloride to get twice as much kerosene out of my low distillates. Maybe I'll allow it for now. Okay, so moving forwards, we are going to need... We've already got filtration media in here. We're at 181 requested out of... I can easily add a couple more, and I shall. I need another regular RoboPort, and I need another channel 1 RoboPort over there. And then I'm going to add a... Oh, we've already got the big boy fluid requester. Perfect. So we're going to need to add more fluids to that. So let's copy this guy. And connect and take the filter to something else. And now we can request more fluids. Those are probably going to have to go around the back, but that's fine. So we've got soda ash, we've got oleochem, we've got hot air, surely. Yeah. Do we have MIBC? I don't think we have MIBC yet, and I don't think we have grease. And we freaking have molten tin. That's oddly ironic, because we're gonna need molten tin here. So I need MIBC, orgs. Do I not have orgsolve? No orgsolve. So I need MIBC, orgsolve, kerosene, grease. I think. It's 4 things. Alright. You're gonna be kerosene. You're gonna be grease. And the hope is that these start to overlap a little bit more as I add more of these in. MIBC, orgsolve, solvent. Alright. And then request-wise, we just need to add those into here. So MIBC. Oops. Negative 75,000. Organic solvent. Nope. Try the actual one. See, orgsolve, kerosene, and what was the other one? Uh-oh, grease. Now, I do not need grease. Ooh, our timer. This is your alarm. Uh-oh. I already forgot what the alarm was for. Okay, turns out that the icon is very important. Oh no, the icon is very important, folks. I already forgot why we built this. Was it about the tin? Or the antimony? To check on the antimony again? Why did I set that timer? I truly don't remember. That's hilarious. That is legitimately hilarious. Okay, so what are we limited on? It seems if I were to upgrade some things, it would be... I feel like a good beacon could be like a 4.2 just in the middle of all this crap would be a good speed upgrade. And I don't think... that's a 3.1. So I think a 4.2 is acceptable. And again, I'm worried less about the power consumption these days than I have been before. So 16 megawatts is basically nothing. Or 2.4, I mean. Sorry, wrong direction there. There we go. So that's a good speed boost. And then I feel like if I upgrade a couple of these, and then a couple of these that are affected by that beacon, and then I probably should make sure these are upgraded. And then I probably should hit up a couple more of these to be efficient. And then ignore the others. Okay. Am I not doing screener tier 2, or is that just an auto mod doesn't have enough thing? We got them. We just need more. Okay, that's fine. Sweet. That should improve antimony ore processing a little bit. New fluids are arriving promptly, and I did want to check on MIBC. Production. Okay, good. We can upgrade this one more, and I shall. Overall rate should be fine here. These even are touched by a beacon, so... that'll go even faster than twice as fast once this is upgraded. Yeah, it should be enough over time. Oh yeah, there we go. 100. This only needs 160, and that's if it's running at full rate, which I don't think it will be most of the time. Famous last words, and now we go back to what we were doing, which is up here. Okay. So we can request the biofilm in there. We've already got borax and sand. I kind of want to put those on red belts. And split them off somewhere. So we're going to use those for a lot of things. Borax, sand, and graphite all together. And that accounts for pretty much everything, right? Except chromium as an input? Oh, that's gross. It's only 2 a minute, so that'll be... I don't have station control here. Station control to Major Tom. I think we need some control here. We're gonna do chromium, only 5 stacks. And you're gonna request chromium for 6 stacks. Alright. And then we're gonna unmerge, remerge, and now we've got... I need one of those things rather than this nonsense. I need to do the thing, which should have a name for it. Did I... And where it... Wait, is it still in this? Yeah. I need a name for this. What am I gonna call this? Fill 2. And it's very much about robots. So I'm gonna put a little logistics bot icon. And a chest and an inserter. Feels like a good summary of what we're doing here. So we need a fill 2. Here. I probably should remove the default icons. And then those are powered, and now we're gonna do chromium to 100. Okay. Easy enough. And biofilm. 6 a minute. So we'll do biofilm this way as well. So biofilm to 100 as well. 6 a minute is a little faster. Do I want a set of 20 for that? That's still only a stack every 16 minutes. No, that's 5 hours. We don't want 5 hours. We'll do 11 stacks and 10 stacks here. Okay. And then we need to change that to channel 1. Okay. Good, good. And then I think that's it for prep. We need some input sand. I can make that from nothing. Everything else is ready, I think. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get rid of all the initial steps because we're bringing in the tin dust. So this is step 1. And then I'm going to leave some space. Let's see, about here. Do I want to play more like Goats? I'm inspired by Goats with Pants and his play style, but I'm not sure if I really need to worry about that. And then I probably need like a... Yeah, so I think this is going to be my corner here, where I start building the stuff. I still think I need to leave a little bit of space. As much as I love Goats as base, I don't think everyone has to play like Goats with Pants, and I also don't know if it's optimal to try to change your base mid playthrough. Our ethos is not trying to stuff everything in the tiniest space possible. And according to the numbers, I need 2 of these, but do I really? Yeah, I kind of do. I don't know if I want to go crazy with modules. But why? Or with beacons, I mean. But why not? What if I just do a 3.5? How much power is a 3.5? Okay. I'm pretty sure a 3.4 can hit the whole situation. And that's 100 megawatts, which is not very much in today's society. Oh, it was to check on this, by the way. And we have... Oh, I probably need more fluid. I mean, it's working, but it's just heating up too fast. I need to turn this on for a second. .5K, 3.1K, 4K. It's still heating up really fast. 5K. I want to go to like 6K. Okay, 6.7K. That's a little better. Because remember, we're wasting 4 seconds worth of this heating up. So like every time it cycles. So the faster this is cycling, the worse off we are. A little bit further even. Okay, we'll stop there. All right. I do want another timer for that. To do timer, icon, power. It just needs to be something that represents the general gist is probably good enough for me. I doubt I need perfect icons for everything, but I need it to at least be in the right ballpark. All right, so this will be a channel. Actually, we need a channel 0, 1 as well. This one will be channel 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with a 3.4 plus speed modules in the buildings, and we're gonna call it good enough. And if that's slightly less than what we need, I don't care. But I think it actually might be enough. Oh, it's still not. Weird. Okay. Well, sucks to be everyone else, I guess. Okay, and then the rejects get processed. So we got that done. The MIBC will come from, if I can, I want to route fluids through here. I think rails are going to get in the way of this at some point. But they haven't yet. Maybe I do this up here like this. Okay. And then these four. Uh-oh, we're missing organic solvent. That's not a good sign. We should not be lacking organic solvent. Oh, good. It's just because I missed a 0. I think that's fine. Okay, anyway, and then these four we'll kind of go up and around here. And then beautiful. Okay. That should do it. For that, I do need some more quad coverage there. You are channel 1. And you are channel 1. Okay, so MIBC's hooked up. We'll deal with water later. And then we direct insert the tin rejects. And then we've got the tin concentrate out here, which ends up going into the classifier. So I'll just start that out right there. I don't know where it'll end up, but just so I have that. Unfortunately, I probably need to go soon. What time is it? Oof. I always want the episodes to be longer, but then they can't be. Yeah, I can go another few minutes. Okay. Makes that. This makes this. Powdered tin and org solve. So the org solve. I can actually just connect right there. Org solve can connect like this. Tin solution. That makes tin slime and in solution. Tin slime. We get more tin slime from the middle tin pulp. So tin slime gets combined from 2 sources. Solution. Middle tin pulp. That's where the chromium shows up. Okay, so let's do the hydroclassifier. Oh wait, we already did that step. It's this step. Okay, so then the scrubber needs the sand. There's 2 scrubbers that need sand. Interesting. And they both make tailings, and they both need water and sand. Okay, so let's put those in a row. And then this guy will have to be in a different spot. So you go here. And you go here. And then I can direct the bottom tin pulp. We'll go. Actually, I haven't figured it out yet. Okay, hold on. So that one will just go left. This one will go right and then down. The bottom tin pulp will go back and then out and over. The tailings are hooked up here. Water's hooked up here. We need sand from somewhere. And then we've got the tin slime. And then the middle tin pulp goes into a hydroclassifier. Like so. And then that gets combined with the tin slime from here. And I think those are the only sources of tin slime. Yeah. Okay. So then that tin slime all goes into this guy, which also makes tailings. Okay. Let's get that hooked up. So there's tailings attached between all three buildings that make it. And then this has got the tin slime consumption, requester chest for... I'm going to make it further away just so I can see it clearly, which is a little bit weird, but it'll be fine. And then everything's up here. Okay, so now we've got you making tin slime overflow and tailings, and then that tin slime overflow goes into a centrifugal pan, which also needs soda ash and makes tailings. I will throw here, and the tailings becoming a bit spaghetti, but that's fine. Goes there. And then we've got the grease table. And then we've got the tin concentrate from that. And then we've got a lot of steps. Okay, maybe this is not right. This needs to be down here. Because we got a lot more steps to go still. I'll at least put that down there. Okay. So, let's see. Just face it this way. We got plenty of space here for maneuvering fluids. All right, we do need space for the grease and the tailings, though. So the tailings. Try again. Oh, you know what? This is actually kind of perfect. It can just go back. And then like this. Always so hard to get those rotations right. Alright, and then the... I've now lost track of what all these things are. Okay, and then this guy can come down and through and around. Okay. And then that one can connect directly. Okay. And then we are going to sinkhole the grease. And then this one requires some filtration media, so we need another requester. And then we've got the tin concentrate in a couple places. I think I will just have to belt it maybe down to here. And then I can belt it through there, and then that leaves the most space for future stuff. Because we've still got a lot of steps. Now we need to flotation cell that tin concentrate. My alarm's going off to check power. How fast it's heating up. Oh, it's nighttime. Can't tell, I have so many lamps everywhere. Is it getting brighter or darker? It's so hard to tell. I think it's just the middle of the night right now. These still have fuel in them, though. That's crazy. Wait a second. We're actually running off of solar power still. What? That's awesome. Okay, now it's the middle of the night. Okay, yeah, it's getting darker. All right, we're not gonna be running off of solar power much longer, but we are still running off of solar. That's really cool. You know what I could do is set up I could even set up like an indicator of like which one, you know, a little light that shows we're running off solar versus running off fuel. We got 3.3K. Yeah, once these empty out, obviously we'll not be running on solar anymore. And I'm not sure if the pumping speed will ever be too slow. It might. Yeah, now it's slowing down. So at this point, now we're emptying out here, and soon we'll be running off of actual power. But it's already getting brighter. Alright, it's at 7,000 on this one that we switch over to, Oh, but we're heating up. It's heating up. We did have to use refined, but these are on again already. Crazy. We almost made it through the whole night on solar. Alright. And now these guys are running and... Wait, are they running constantly? They shouldn't be, based on my math. But I'm not seeing them stop. But this is also staying right around 2K degrees, so the numbers are about right. Maybe... I mean, we have 80 out of 82. So yeah, maybe it runs a bunch of times and then it stops for a brief moment and then it'll run again here in a sec. Yeah. Okay, that is just about right. Wow. So cool. I'm a huge fan of this. This is awesome. This is so cool. And a lot of free power. So my base's power capability is now in the like 25 gigawatt range maybe. All right, I know I got pretty distracted there. Let's get back to 10 stuff. And then I probably need to be done with this episode before we're done with the 10 build. I can maybe do another couple steps. Let's at least get it all set up. So the grease, oleochem and kerosene. Okay, so these all hook up. Kerosene goes to the one on the right. The grease goes here. These pipes are so awesome. They can span that whole distance. All right, and then we're also gonna need oleochems as an extra, which might be tricky. Where are... What? Oh, they're piped around the back. Alright, can handle that. think. This is oleochems. And this is oleochems. Train is stuck. That's never good news. I think I sort of know what's happened here. I'm guessing it's because sulfur comes with stone and gravel in one of the trashers, and somehow this received stone and gravel from a this could be an issue that like happened 50 hours ago. You know what I mean? Like, I have no idea where this came from. And it's really hard to debug, and I'm not going to worry about it right now. Like, that is not easy to figure out where that came from. So I'm not going to worry about it for a minute. And I'm just going to leave that there and hope that it doesn't increase. In fact, I can remove it, and then we'll know if we get more later. All right. Back to the 10. Yeah, we're definitely not getting this done in this episode. Okay, I also need a grease table 2, and what is that, centrifugal pan 2? Yeah. Okay, so then that's got the connections. Sulfuric out is kind of interesting. I might try to save some of that. It's really not that valuable though, so I don't need to worry too much about it. And then we've got number 2 here. Number 2 goes to whatever this is. Whatever this is, high tin grade mix, high grade tin mix goes to just high grade tin once it's separated out. And then that goes to the final bad boy here, which is the fluid and the solids. Go on the top here. Okay, and then we will need our belt of borax and sand castings here, so I'm gonna, did not mean to do that. Frickin' saving. It's the only reason I ever would get Linux is to play non-blocking saves. Factorio. That sounds really fun. Okay, so we'll just bring these across in a general sense, because they'll be all over the place. And then we can split them off to feed these guys. Because this will go here, and then it will also go into a tank for provision to external sources. Looks like we need another provider. Should I just make a super trasher provider? I probably should. I'm guessing that's optimal. I'm gonna put it right here. Alright. Number 0 will be molten tin, and this will be sulfuric acid, because there's no reason not to. It's free. It is that one because it's a vanilla fluid. I always forget about that. All right, so that should be good. And then we will finish this up, I think, in the next episode. Go ahead and change these to channel 1. And we can get some items going in those. I need another channel 1. And another channel 0, to be honest. Alright, we'll finish this up in the next episode. There's still quite a few steps left for that. And let me just get this automall thing going. We need grease table and... what is that thing called? A pan? I'll say 2. Grease table Mark 2. And... alright. Make sure those don't need any weird recipe items. Oh, we must have already made it. Yeah, nothing weird in there. Okay. Unless... no, it's made in assembler. Okay. So then why are we still... is this going to go away here in a second? Or are we having a automall error? No. Having an automall error? There's no grease table in here. What? By the way, you can scroll this with shift scroll, which I think I learned like yesterday. Very handy. Did not know that was a thing. So why is it not outputting? Why does it have one grease table on the input? Where's that coming from? I'm very confused by this. Where's the one grease table coming from? Do we actually have one? If we do, the bots would see it. So it's gotta be in a weird spot that we have it. Which would imply it's in this guy, but I don't see a grease table in here. So something funky is going on here. Why does it think we are okay on grease? Where's that? What are the green signals coming from here? This one have a grease table? No, it does not. Which means there is a +1 grease table signal coming from these guys? Is that right? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, where's the red -1 coming from? That's what we need to be looking into. Sorry, I had it backwards. Where is the red -1 grease table coming from? This one. So this, we finally broke it. What's going on here? This one got locked in to grease table. But it's not making grease table. What? It says it's made in these... it doesn't need a fluid, right? It shouldn't even matter if it needs a fluid. Oh my god, I can't make grease table 2s yet. Oh, that answers that question completely and fully. Okay. That fully answers that question. Okay. Got it. Grease table Mark 1 needs to replace this. Okay. Cool. How many grease tables did we need? 0.025, so we're not going to need a tier 2 anyway. All right, we got to end the episode there. As always, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all in the next one.